One. Welcome back to this very special edition of Mercer County Close-Up. I'm Mark Fontes. Philly fans, really all baseball fans, will be glad to see our guest today. Now, what we're going to be talking about is a special dinner event that's coming up on the 31st of this month. It is the 5th annual Allentown Baseball Hot Stove Dinner. Now, it's of course dedicated to Allentown baseball and all that's well and good with it, but you'll be hearing about some big names that will be attending, so if you haven't bought a ticket yet, do so soon, because we're sure that a lot more will sell compared with what's already sold. We welcome, you know him currently as of Phillies on-air fame, but he's done much more than that, Mr. Tom McCarthy. Tom, thanks so much for joining us.
Mark, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, the 5th annual Allentown Baseball Hot Stove Dinner, I mean, what is behind the event, really?
Well, about 5 years ago, one of the parents from the Allentown baseball team, this was before my two boys who are currently in high school, they were still in middle school, he came to me after going to an event down in Virginia, which Billy Wagner was part of, and they were raising money for the Virginia baseball team. And the Allentown baseball team was trying to raise money to go down to South Carolina for their spring trip. He asked me if I can do anything to help raise money for the program. And, you know, because of my schedule, I'm not able to coach baseball for my boys. I'm not able to be there for a lot of their games. So I figured, well, this was a chance for me to give back. So the first event we held at the German American Club in Hamilton. We had about 175 people, and Ron Darling was our guest speaker, and it was great. Dave Gallagher was there as well. Dave's son was playing for Allentown at the time, and we raised a good amount of money, so we decided to keep on doing it. And, you know, we've had some great guests over the years, from John Sterling to Mitch Williams to DeMarlo Hale, who came back, to Ron, of course. Gary Matthews was one of our keynotes the one year. But this year, we think we've taken the cake with Charlie Manuel coming to the dinner.
That's great, and that leads to what I was going to say. I know that Ron Darling, unfortunately, can't be there this year. Now, you Mets fans who remember 1986, he started Game 7 against Oil Can Boyd of the Red Sox. The Mets ended up winning 8-5. He won't be there this year, but Charlie Manuel, which will make all the Phillies fans happy, I know, to have him there. I mean, talk about, you know, Charlie's involvement as well as some of the others. What will they be doing there, really?
Well, they'll be there just talking baseball.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. Larry Anderson will also be there, former Philly and now Philly radio analyst, and Scott Fransky, who's the radio play-by-play voice of the Phillies, he'll be there as well. Barry Davis, who's the head baseball coach at Rider University, is going to come to speak to the boys, and even the girls, about what to expect if they want to be college athletes. Yeah. And we thought that would be kind of neat, and we've done that the last couple of years. And I asked Charlie back in September if he'd be interested in doing it, and he said, yeah, I'll do it. And I called him about 2 months ago just to remind him, and he already had it on his calendar, and he was ready to go. And I talked to him 2 days ago, and he just got back from a Caribbean cruise. He's all tanned up and ready to go. So we're excited about it. I mean, tickets are $50, which is pretty reasonable. Right. And it's an event that, you know, all of the proceeds, not just some of it, all of the proceeds go to the Allentown baseball team.
That's great. So it's certainly a worthwhile cause. If people want to buy them in advance, you know, we're hoping that maybe some are still available at the door. How can they buy tickets in advance?
Well, Brian Nice is our baseball coach at Allentown. So we're asking people to call his number, which is 259 7292,
Gotcha.
And it's extension 1428.
Okay.
And they can talk to Brian. He'll, you know, put their names down. They can purchase tickets over the phone, and it's pretty easy. You know, it's pretty down-to-earth event. It's a lot of fun. Basically, you know, back when I was with the Thunder, we used to do this every year, sort of a Welcome North dinner, and this is our chance to, you know, kind of do a similar event. The Thunder's involved.
Yes.
Boomer will be there. The Fanatic will be there, and it's exciting. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. You mentioned the high school kids. You know, it's letter of intent signing season. We've just yesterday, in fact, 2 Steinert, 2 Hamilton West kids will be going on to great colleges. Also, speaking of Hamilton, because this is such a baseball-savvy area, and you've had the majority of these events already in Hamilton, you've got Steinert fans, Trenton Thunder fans, Phillies, Yankees, Mets fans. It really, I mean, those that go to the event really have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm always one, you know, that it's baseball season 365 days a year. So for me, this is kind of an introduction to not only the Phillies season, the major league season, but also the high school and the college season as well. And I think it's a great kickoff. You know, I'll be leaving for spring training on the 28th of February. Yeah. For me, you know, it's a month away once this event takes place. So it just kind of gets your blood flowing a little bit, get your juices rolling a little bit, just get yourself, you know, get yourself ready for the baseball season.
Yeah. Those that remember, of course, Tom was the very first Thunder play-by-play announcer on radio back when they launched in 1994. Was there a good number of years, and as we know, has gone through both New York and Philadelphia with his career since. He lives locally in Upper Freehold, just outside of Allentown. But it must make you, I mean, with the children you've got who are active in baseball and the other sports in Allentown, you know, I think they go to Allentown High School, you were telling me. How proud does it make you to be able to do this event and really make it largely about the kids, but about everybody else?
Well, to me, it's great. I mean, you know, my wife and I try to give back as much as we can. We're very fortunate, and we've said that from the days that we were at the Thunder, even my days at the Trenton Times, even my days here at WZBN. We've always been fortunate in what we've been able to accomplish, and you know, this is a great way to kind of open our connections, open our hearts, open our life to everybody else. And you know, one of the things that I always try to tell kids, and I'm sure you do too, Mark, is that, you know, this is a career for anybody to get into. And I never realized it when I was going to the college in New Jersey. It was a couple years after it that I probably realized that I could do it. And, you know, I just want kids to be able to, not only when they get out of high school and college, to give back to their community, but also realize that they can reach any kind of goals that they have set in front of them.
Definitely. You never let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
Absolutely.
You never know what kind of break you're going to catch. I mean, much of it is how good you are, of course, but you certainly always want to work the hardest you can. You know, set goals for yourself, find out what it takes to reach those goals, really go at it. I'm really speaking to a lot of the young people out there especially, but even those that have graduated high school and college, if there's something you want, go get it. Because as Tom can tell you, you know, he's someone who's reached many of his goals. And I mean, you know, in closing, just back to the event, it's the 31st, which I believe is Tuesday night. What time does it start?
It begins, doors open at 6:30.
Okay.
We have the room until about 10:30. Usually the event's over between 9:30 and 10. We have some great auction items. We have a Roy Halladay game-used spike signed. We have a Cole Hamels autographed jersey. We have an Albert Pujols autographed baseball. A Mike Schmidt autographed bat. It's actually Mike's bat that he autographed for us. So a lot of great items to auction off. We have a number of Red Sox baseballs. DeMarlo Hell is always good to us, and he donated a few Red Sox baseballs from Dustin Pedroia to Adrian Gonzalez. So, you know, there's some great events, and we also are auctioning off the opportunity to go see the Phillies, 4 tickets, tour the press box, tour the broadcast booths, but also to watch batting practice from the field. And the same auction item will go for Citi Field, up where the New York Mets play as well.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
We wish you well with the event and, of course, everything that the new year holds. And good luck to the Phillies as well.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Tom McCarthy, longtime Phillies announcer who began his on-air career more or less right here at WZBN and then went on to broadcast for the Trenton Thunder. Again, this event, the 5th annual Allentown Baseball Hot Stove Dinner, which is January 31st, a Tuesday. Save the date. Please come out. I'm Mark Fontes. Thank you so much for joining us on this WZBN newscast. We'll see you again real soon.